Hello everyone, my name is Spooks, and today we'll take a look at 5 scary videos you should watch alone if you want to achieve the optimal level of nightmare fuel. So, let's begin. When you sign up to be working as a night guard at a building, you inevitably prepare yourself to stand around for long hours at a time, keeping watch of the place and making sure that nothing wrong happens during your shift. But even still, most night guards would never expect to encounter what this man did while working the night shift at an undisclosed university. This video was published over on my very own Spooks subreddit, an excellent source for all things horror and paranormal, by usernamed Chaos Magic, and was filmed in Barranquilla, Colombia. In the short 7-second clip, we look at what appears to be some sort of a wall, while crickets and other birds chirp outside. But what starts off as a normal, innocent video turns into something creepy. Take a look at this. Although the figure seen in the video can't be identified for certain, it appears to be some sort of gangly witch-like creature. What's amazing is that the night guard filming doesn't react too much upon seeing the figure. The video simply ends as soon as the figure makes an appearance, so we can only imagine what may have happened next. Was this a real witch, or was it nothing more than a hoax? Either way, if it was authentic, then let's just hope that this night guard got out of there safely and didn't get chased by this bizarre figure. We Do It Outdoors is a fairly well-known YouTube channel that is best known for their videos on potential Bigfoot sightings, as well as explorations of various interesting forests from different locations. It's a great source for outdoor lovers as well as horror lovers, and this is perhaps best demonstrated in a video published to their channel on December 27th, 2020, in which the channel owner explores a forest located in Salt Fork, Ohio. At the start of the video, the uploader shows off some bizarre and eerie footprints that have been left in the snow, which indicate that someone, or rather something, has been in the area recently.
Guys, check this out. I finally found some footprints in the snow. This is my boot print right here. And look at this monster print. Look at them toes. You can see how deep down that heel goes. Look at that thing. Compared to my foot. And there is tracks everywhere. They go all the way down through here. Look at the size of these things. They go all the way back through there. They're going up in that trail. This one is definitely a major crossing through here. They've got a path that goes all the way down back into there and all the way around through that side. So I see these tracks and I stop right here. This is the very first print I saw. I was walking right beside it. I happened to glance down. I just saw all these prints, and you know, I've been seeing there's deer and rabbit tracks everywhere. Look at all these things. You go all the way up in here. Look at, you can see the toes. Look at the size. That's my little boot. Look at that monster foot.
Then just a couple of minutes later, the man filming comes to a stop when you suddenly hear something scary in the distance.
I'm shaking so bad I can't hardly keep the camera still. Did you hear it? Right back in there. Right back in there. Try to zoom it in a little bit and see. We can't see something moving. You hear it? Oh man, you can hear that perfect. This is creepy out here by myself. I'm probably 3 miles away from my truck. Out in the middle of Salt Fork.
Unfortunately, nothing else of extreme importance happens later on in the video, but those two pieces of evidence are enough for some to consider the possibility of Bigfoot. And it's not hard to see why. The footprints at the start of the footage looked fairly big, and the growling that can be heard later sounded like that of an animal of some sort. But what do you think? Was this a Bigfoot sighting captured on camera? Was it just a person? Let me know in the comments. Devil's Hour Productions has been featured on my channel a number of times in the past, and it's for good reason. Their content is almost always filled with tons of creepy footage to frighten even the most hardened skeptics. This video is definitely no exception either. The footage in question was recorded back in July of 2013 and follows the crew as they venture out to the William Heath Davis house, located in San Diego, California. As you'll soon see, it turns out to be one of the creepiest locations in the United States that you can explore. At around the 7-minute mark, in a certain area of the house, you can hear what appears to be some sort of female voice making a humming sound. Listen to this chilling piece of audio.
We were just about to start our investigation when we heard this disembodied voice of a girl humming. Listen closely.
Colleen and I come in here a lot, and we'll be here till like 3. And it is spooky.
I heard it. Something wasn't outside.
No, that was in here.
It was in here. Was that a moan?
I don't know if that was a moan or someone singing like.
Sounded like singing.
And it is spooky.
And
It is spooky.
and
It is spooky.
But this next part is perhaps one of the scariest things you'll see in quite some time. One of the crew members begins to feel a strong paranormal presence right near him, and it's clear that he is quickly becoming unsettled by the situation. What happens next can only be described as truly shocking.
I need to sit down. Oh. God. Something's in me.
Oh, man.
You alright?
By the name of Jesus Christ, I command all evil and negative spirits to leave Eric now.
Getting knocked out by a paranormal spirit would be enough for most people to flee the scene immediately after reawakening. But amazingly, the folks at Devil's Hour Productions press on. A man in the crew named Dante eventually stops and takes a couple of photos in a dark and eerie section of the house. And what turns up in the photographs are some large shadows, which seem to be looming over certain areas of the walls and the doors.
And Dante caught these 3 shadow images throughout the night. Dante took 73 photos with this camera, and only 3 of these photos had these shadow masses. Is this a message from something evil, mocking the Trinity? Well, I can tell you one thing. This isn't any of our shadows, because there is no light source that could cast our shadows during the time these photos were taken. We do our investigations in total darkness. There is no good reason for these shadows to be in our photos.
The investigators insist that these are not their shadows and say that there is no light source nearby that could cause their shadows to be projected onto the walls. In fact, there shouldn't be any shadows projected on the walls, but miraculously there is. Otherworldly? Maybe. I'll let you be the judge. Doing laundry is one of the most simplistic and ordinary tasks that a person does in their house on a frequent basis. You wash your clothes, dry them, and when they're done, you put them away. Nothing creepy could happen there, right? Well, not necessarily. This video uploaded to the subreddit Ghost by a user named Jeffrango states that he was just about to go check on his laundry when something caught his eye and creeped him out. Let's take a look and see what it is. The uploader states that he saw something moving in the corner of his eye and thought that it was his cat, but was probably freaked right out when he saw that it was none other than his chair rocking back and forth all by itself. Just a few seconds later, the chair stops moving completely and things go back to normal. But even though this video ends with the chair's movements coming to a halt, it makes you wonder what caused this to happen in the first place. Was there a ghost sitting in the chair and rocking it? Was this a clever setup? Or is something else at play here? Be sure to let me know your ideas in the comments below. This last entry comes to us from the aforementioned Spooks subreddit again, with this clip being uploaded by a user named RamyCode0820 that is sure to chill you to the bone. Rami explains, quote, I just purchased a camera due to having a lot of paranormal activity in my house. This video is of me sleeping with my TV on due to not being able to sleep in the dark in this house. End quote. He then goes on to say that at the time this following video was recorded, he was the only person in the house. So, without further delay, let's see what's been bothering him. The first creepy thing that happens during the night is one that you may have missed. Around the 30-second mark, it appears that Rami had an unexpected visitor outside his doorway. Did you see it? Take a look again. The same misty ghost figure appears around 40 seconds later. But the scariest thing by far happens at 1 minute and 40 seconds. Watch this. Whereas the previous two sightings were a bit blurry and hard to make out, this final sighting of the ghostly apparition appears clear as day. It looks as though a ghostly person is walking by right outside the uploader's door. And if it is indeed a paranormal entity, it would certainly explain why he has been experiencing strange things going on around his house. Let's just hope that the uploader gets to the bottom of this situation so he can get back to living a peaceful life. And that was 5 scary videos you should watch alone. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, then subscribe for more scary content. My name is Spooks, and I'll see you all in the next video.